All right, we've got a beautiful
Everybody say hello
performance
when
of
you...
Cowardly Twin Towers by I Swallow Cum. We've got Omni Frog as the narrator. We've got Bamberger as President George Bush. We've got Yago as Joe Mama. We've got Nick as Osama bin Laden. And we've got
Hello.
me as Cthulhu Allspark. All right, let's go.
International ISIS headquarters. Afternoon. Admiral Terrorist Mr. Osama bin Laden is arguing with caring President George Bush. Osama tries to hug George when he takes him off.
Please, George, don't leave me.
I'm sorry, Osama, but I'm looking for someone a bit more brave. Someone who faces his fear head on instead of running away.
I'm such a person.
George frowns.
I'm sorry, Osama. I just don't feel excited by the relationship anymore.
George leaves. Osama sits down, looking defeated. Moments later, smart hairdresser Sir Cthulhu Allspark barges in, looking flustered.
Goodness, Cthulhu. Is everything okay?
I'm afraid not.
What is it? Don't keep me in suspense.
It's a Twin Towers. I saw an evil Twin Towers shoot a bunch of children.
Defenseless children?
Yes, defenseless children.
Bloomin' heck, Cthulhu. We gotta do something.
I agree, but I wouldn't know where to start.
You can start by telling me where this happening.
I was.
Cthulhu fans himself and begins to wheeze.
Focus, Cthulhu. Focus. Where did it happen?
The World Trade Centers, New York. That's right, the World Trade Centers, New York.
Osama springs up and begins to run. Exit a road continues. Osama rushes along the street, followed by Cthulhu. They take a short cut through some back gardens, jumping fences along the way. Into the World Trade shortly after, Joe Mama, a cowardly Twin Towers terrorizes two children. Joe Mama, a cowardly Twin Towers terrorizes two children. Osama, closely followed by Cthulhu, rushes towards Joe. Joe Mama, a cowardly Twin Towers terrorizes two children. Osama, closely followed by Cthulhu, rushes towards Joe, but suddenly stops in his tracks.
What is this? What's the matter?
That's not just any old Twin Towers. That's Joe Mama.
Who's Joe Mama?
Who's Joe Mama? Who's Joe Mama? Only the most cowardly Twin Towers in the universe.
Blinking knickers, Osama. We're gonna need some help if we're gonna stop the most cowardly Twin Towers in the universe.
You can say that again.
Blinking knickers, Osama. We're gonna need some help if we're gonna stop the most cowardly Twin Towers in the universe.
I'm gonna need airplanes. Lots of airplanes.
Joe turns and sees Osama and Cthulhu. He grins an evil grin.
Osama bin Laden, we meet again.
You've met?
Yes, it was a long, long time ago.
Osama is sitting in a park listening to some death metal music when suddenly a dark shadow casts over him. He looks up and sees Joe. He takes off his headphones.
Would you like some peppermints?
Osama's eyes light up, but then he studies Joe more closely, and he looks uneasy.
I don't know, you look kind of cowardly.
Me? No, I'm not cowardly. I'm the least cowardly Twin Towers in the world.
Wait, you're Twin Towers?
Osama runs away, screaming. Enter the World Trade Centers, New York, present.
You were a coward then, and you are a coward now.
You ran away?
I was a young child. What was I supposed to do?
Osama turns to Joe.
I may have run away from you then, but I won't run away this time.
Osama runs away. He turns back and shouts.
I mean, I am running away, but I'll be back with airplanes.
I'm not scared of you.
You should be.
Enter a watery grave later that day. Osama and Cthulhu walk around searching for something.
I feel sure I left my airplanes somewhere around here.
Are you sure? It does seem like an odd place to keep a deadly plane.
You know nothing, Cthulhu Allspark.
We've been searching for ages. I really don't think they're here.
Suddenly, Joe appears, holding a pair of airplanes.
Looking for something?
Crikey, Osama, he's got your airplane.
Tell me something I don't already know.
The Earth's circumference at the equator is about 40,075 kilometers.
I know that already.
I pickle my earwax and keep it in a jar under my bed.
Dude!
While Joe is looking at Cthulhu with disgust, Osama lunges forward and grabs his deadly airplane. He wields them triumphantly.
Prepare to die, you cowardly potato.
No, please! All I did was shoot a bunch of children!
George enters, unseen by any of the others.
I cannot tolerate that kind of behavior. Those children were defenseless. Well, now they have a defender, and that's me, Osama bin Laden, defender of innocent children.
Don't hurt me, please!
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't use this airplane on you right away.
Because, Osama, I am your father.
Osama looks stunned, but then collects himself.
No, you're not.
Ah, well, it had to be worth a try.
Joe tries to grab the airplane, but Osama dodges out of the way.
Who's the daddy now? Huh? Huh?
Unexpectedly, Joe slumps to the ground.
Did he just faint?
I think so. Well, that's disappointing. I was rather hoping for a more dramatic conclusion involving my deadly airplane.
Osama crouches over Joe's body.
Be careful, Osama. It could be a trick.
No, it's not a trick. It appears that it would seem Joe Mama is dead. What? Yes, yes, it appears that I scared him to death.
Cthulhu claps his hands.
So your airplane did save the day after all.
George steps forward.
Is it true? Did you kill the cowardly Twin Tower?
George, how long have you been?
George puts his arm around Osama.
Long enough.
Then you saw it for yourself. I killed Joe Mama.
Then the children are safe?
It does seem that way.
A crowd of vulnerable children enter, looking relieved.
You are there, hero.
The children bow to Osama.
There is no need to bow to me. I seek no worship. The knowledge that Joe Mama will never shoot children ever again is enough for me.
You are humble as well as brave.
One of the children passes Osama a shiny bomb.
I think they want you to have it as a symbol of their gratitude.
I couldn't possibly. Well,
Pause!
well, if you insist,
Osama takes the bomb.
thank you.
The children bow their heads once more and leave. Osama turns to George.
Does this mean you want me back?
Oh, Osama, of course I want you back.
Osama smiles for a few seconds, but then looks defiant.
Well, you can't have me.
What?
You had no faith in me. You had to see me scare Twin Towers to death before you would believe in me. I don't want a lover like that.
But
Please leave. I want to spend time with the one person who stayed with me through thick and thin, my best friend, Cthulhu.
Cthulhu grinned.
what?
You heard the gentleman. Now be off with you. Skedaddle. Shoo.
Osama?
I'm sorry, George, but I think you should skedaddle skedoodle, for if you do not, I will steal your noodle.
George skedaddles. Cthulhu turns to Osama.
Did you mean that? You know? That I'm your best friend?
Of course you are.
The two walk off, arm in arm. Suddenly, Cthulhu stops.
When I said I pickle my
Okay,
earwax and keep it in a jar
okay.
under my bed, you know I was just trying to distract the Twin Towers, don't you? The end! Alright, that's a wrap, gamers.